Introduction. Welcome back to our chronological deep dive into the history of Marvel's Merry Mutants. Today, we are exploring a massive turning point for the team that bridges the psychedelic aesthetic of the late 1960s with a modern look into the secret past of a fan-favorite character. We'll witness the return of the Master of Magnetism, the debut of the future Polaris, and the team's first experience with the hypnotic threat of Mesmero. Parallel to these events, we are stepping away from the front lines of Westchester to explore the higher learning and mind games arcs, which detailed the traumatic early life of a young Emma Frost. From the streets of San Francisco to the elite boarding schools of Massachusetts, the mutant struggle is expanding in ways no one expected. Let's jump into the action with Uncanny X Men issue 49. Uncanny X Men 49. Who dares defy the Demi-Men? The story opens in a somber atmosphere as Warren Worthington III, the Angel, returns to the X-Mansion in Westchester. Following the apparent death of Professor Xavier, the school has become a silent storehouse of memories, with training equipment covered in shrouds and the hallways gathering dust. Warren's solitude is broken when a high-pitched mechanical whine erupts from the sub-basement laboratory. He discovers that Cerebro has activated itself via an emergency circuit, sensing a massive surge of emerging mutant energy across the globe. He uses the mansion's long-range telepathic amplifiers to broadcast a mental conference call to his former teammates, Beast and Iceman, who have taken up professional skydiving 3,000 miles away to clear their heads. During a jump in San Francisco, Hank McCoy's parachute fails to deploy properly, leaving him in literal freefall toward the landscape below. Bobby Drake is forced to intervene midair, creating a massive set of ice tongs to catch his falling friend just before a fatal impact. Once safely on the ground, the duo receives Angel's psychic message, alerting them to a mysterious signal being broadcast from the city that seems to be calling out to every latent mutant on the planet. This clarion call is meant to activate mutants who are unaware of their power and is being generated by a powerful new antagonist known as Mesmero. New character. Mesmero. Mesmero is a green-skinned mutant with the formidable power of hypnosis and mental suggestion. He possesses the ability to manipulate the minds of thousands of people simultaneously, compelling them to follow his commands without question. Introduced as an operative of the Master, Mesmero uses a massive device known as the Psyche Generator to amplify his natural psychic frequencies. His primary mission is to assemble an army of latent mutants, individuals who carry the mutant gene but have not yet manifested active powers. Mesmero is characterized by his theatrical flair, his absolute arrogance, and a cold, calculating intellect. While he claims to serve a larger cause, his personal power over the human mind makes him one of the most insidious threats the original team has ever faced. He represents the danger of mental enslavement, turning his victims into mindless Demi-Men, who serve his will blindly. While tracking the source of the hypnotic broadcast, Bobby Drake encounters a young woman wandering the San Francisco streets in a daze. This is Lorna Dane, a college student who seems to be suffering from extreme psychic pressure and is being pulled toward Mesmero's lair. New character. Lorna Dane, Polaris. Lorna Dane makes her historic debut as a young woman plagued by strange psychic stirrings within her soul that she cannot fully articulate. Though she currently hides her strikingly vibrant green hair under a dark dye to avoid unwanted attention, her physical appearance is just the surface of her unique nature. Lorna is a latent mutant with the potential to manipulate magnetic fields on a massive scale, an ability that draws the attention of both the X-Men and the sinister Mesmero. At this stage in her history, she is unaware of her true power and her mysterious lineage, feeling like an outsider in a world she doesn't understand. Lorna is a complex and emotionally vulnerable character, characterized by her search for identity and a hidden heritage that she is terrified to uncover. Her introduction is a major milestone for the X-Men franchise, as she would eventually become one of the team's most powerful and enduring members, Polaris. The X-Men eventually converge on a gloomy mansion atop a hill, only to be ambushed by Mesmero's elite guard. These are human mercenaries equipped with advanced technology designed to counter mutant abilities, proving that even without powers, humans can be a deadly threat. The battle is brutal, and during the chaos, Angel is struck by a heavy blast and falls motionless to the ground. Scott Summers and Jean Grey arrive in a supersonic plane lent by the Avengers, joining the fray just as Iceman is cornered by the guards. The issue ends with a terrifying sight as Mesmero confronts Lorna Dane directly, claiming that he has not come to harm her, but to worship her as the rightful queen of the mutants.